I finally decided to Google why the Chicago train is called the L, and I totally did not guess correctly. I thought it was because people were just trying to shorten the word rail, like rail, like at the end. But apparently, before there was an underground subway, about 100 years ago, all of the trains were elevated, and they shortened the word elevated to just be L. And then they added the subways. While I'm defining things, the CTA is the entire Chicago transit system. So think buses, and the L. Train refers to a singular train car, like, oh, I just missed the train. I guess you could say that the Metra, which is a whole other separate line, is also a train, but those go into the verbs. I hope this helps someone, because I've been too embarrassed to ask why for the longest time, and my hypothesis was definitely not correct.
So a few things. Yes, the CTA, the Chicago Transit Authority, is all Chicago public transportation. Whether that be the L, bus, whatever. It's all CTA. Metra, it's not technically a train. That's all it is a train system. And yes, it is a completely separate train system from the CTA. And it is the train system that runs from the city out to the suburbs to various points. There are lines that run north, northwest, west, southwest, south, in and out of the city every day. And yes, the L is short for elevated. In the city of Chicago, train tracks are above ground. They're elevated off the ground. Now, there's some debate as to whether or not it's the L as in the letter L, or it's the L as in EL. Because for the longest time it was the EL, and people just shortened it over the years to L. So both are acceptable. But yes, it's the L stands for the elevated platforms, the elevated train tracks that run through the city of Chicago above the streets. You'll see them in movies all over the place. The Blues Brothers, they were all obviously all over the place, but yeah, the elevated tracks. Oddly, when you're from the Chicagoland area, when you've lived in and around Chicago most of your life, you sort of take it for granted that people know that. But I guess there are people from outside the area that don't really know that, huh?